Going back to kind of the points that Mike from IBM was saying about, kind of brings up the issue of privacy, you know, how we can walk into a, the Garden Court Hotel and get a ping on the phone, hey, you're at the Garden Court, you might want to try the bar for, you know, a latte. Are people becoming more comfortable with the intrusion of that kind of stuff in our everyday life because of our mobile phone? Are we getting used to the point of, okay, I'm connected, it's not really secure, but secure enough, and yeah, everyone can find me on my phone. I can have home away apps or whatever that one is called, you know, where people can follow me. Are people becoming more accustomed to that?
I don't think it's mobile per se. I think it's just the explosion of free services in exchange for your data that has conditioned a younger generation of people that that's okay. And that just applies in everything they do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, if I think of, you know, my elders, they're a little less inclined to share their information for signing up for certain services, and I might do it, I might not do it. So I think that it's a different kind of perspective, right? That is somewhat generational, and I think that's an opportunity, and it's a blessing and a curse.
And how does gamification kind of play into that, guys?
Well, I think it's the generational thing is a huge aspect, right? The expectations of the younger generation that's sort of flooding the workforce today is phenomenally higher in what they expect their work environment to be like. So the mobile experience has to be part of work, or they're going to be like, I'm going to go to a company that has that, right? Because this is what I grew up on. And gamification is a sort of this hot sort of trend that's been talked about. You can argue about the merits of it, but the concepts are valid in that it's about taking things that are in a gaming environment, the things that work for engaging people and sort of making them addicted to things, and using that to drive other processes to get people to engage on those processes and increase productivity, et cetera. So, I mean, it's certainly for this new generation, it's a huge thing. A little bit more reluctant on the older generations, but yeah.
Not in this room.
You know, we were talking about this
Go
earlier.
ahead.
You were asking about the question of how do I get people to use apps more frequently? And
Yes.
we were talking about the fact that a lot of apps that you use more frequently are because of things like loyalty, which is just another form of engagement. It's the game, I'm getting the side benefit, I'm getting whatever it is, and that drives me to use it in ways that I haven't used before. So unless you just happen to identify that burning need that everybody wakes up every day and thinks about, and there's only so many of those, right? We only do so many things physiologically. So aside from those things, you got to think about how are you engaging the user and keeping them attracted. And I think that applies actually across all industries. You know, whether it's engaging workforce, whether it's, you know, engaging with your end customer, some interesting challenges there.